Jaclyn Baker has earned her IFBB Pro card after placing first in her class in fitness at Team Universe and national competition. She spoke live with Chris Gambari, the creator of Best Muscle Video.
Jaclyn Baker, thank you so much for doing this. I know your time is valuable. 3 weeks ago, you got your IFBB Pro card at Team Universe. When are you going to make your pro debut?
I'm still waiting to talk to my coach about which competition I'm going to do. Taking some time off. I competed in April. So I've been training for about 6-7 months, so I'm just going to take some time off, let my body rest a little bit, and then pick a show to go into, probably not until next year.
So are you taking time off from the fish?
I am taking a lot of time off from fish, eating a lot of chicken and egg whites, not so much fish.
What is your fitness routine like on stage?
My fitness routine on stage comes a lot from my dance background. I danced professionally for about 10 years here in New York. So I kind of pulled a little bit of my dancing and then a little bit of my acrobatics and then added the fitness aspect to it. So that's kind of how we came about with the routine.
When you were at Team Universe, what was your music like on stage?
I used Kanye West's Fade.
It seems like some of the videos that I've seen of you dancing at some gyms, you have some quickness to you, some speed.
Yeah, I'm pretty petite and quick. Yeah, I guess that would be one of my strengths.
Tell us about your credentials. You have a lot of, you're an educated person.
Yeah, I went to the University of Arizona. I have a bachelor's fine arts and dance. And then I moved to the city, got my certification in personal training, National Association of Sports Medicine. I'm also certified in sports nutrition, fitness nutrition specialist, corrective exercise, prenatal, postnatal. So I like to learn.
You have a lot of clients in New York?
I do probably about 40 sessions a week.
Wow, that's awesome. So if someone wants to get a hold of you to potentially work with you, how would they do that?
Either social media or my email is the best way.
Well, tell us more about your history as a dancer. It seemed to be another part of your life a while ago, but tell us about that.
That really was my first passion. I grew up dancing my whole life as a competitive dancer. Went to the school, University of Arizona, for dance with so I came out with a degree in dance, had a scholarship there. And then I moved to New York 2 weeks after I graduated. And I danced for a couple of contemporary companies here in the city. I danced for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines. I did a couple gigs with Alice Cooper, Sting, so various gigs here and there.
Were you on the Today Show on NBC?
I was not.
Maybe your sister was?
My sister is a Radio City Rockette.
Your sister Nicole was on the Today Show. That's
yeah,
really
I have
cool.
2 sisters, one older, one younger, and my older sister Nicole is a Rockette here in the city.
Yeah, she's danced some in baseball stadiums and.
She's danced all over. Yeah, she's pretty incredible. She's danced in Washington D.C. for the inauguration. She danced at the Mets game a couple weeks ago, so she's been all over.
Was she with you at Team Universe?
Yes, she was.
So when I'm sure y'all hugged right after. I mean, what was that moment like?
It was very special. My family's very, very supportive. We're all really, really close, so it was really special, emotional, very surreal, and she's really proud of me. So.
Let's talk about Nia Rix. She's a 10-year-old dancer, cancer survivor who donates pajamas to sick people.
She does. She's incredible.
You raised some money for Nia, correct?
I did. My older sister, who's a Rockette, her sister-in-law knows Nia and Nia's mom, and I was looking to do a fundraiser for myself, but I wanted to also do a donation of some sort to something that was close to my heart, and dance was my first passion, and Nia is a beautiful dancer who is a cancer survivor, and so I thought, what better way than to connect the two.
Let's play a story about Nia. She was on television on ABC in Buffalo. Let's take a look, and then we'll come back to you, okay?
Okay.
There is nothing better than a nice warm pair of pajamas, especially when we're sick, right? Well, that's the motivation behind a very special project spearheaded by an incredible little girl. Her message, no one fights alone. Here's 7 Eyewitness News reporter Jaclyn Nugent.
I got pajamas in here.
A special delivery for patients undergoing chemotherapy. Their deliveries 9-year-old Nia Ricks loves to make.
It's really happy because when I go to bring them to people, they all have smiles.
Every person who gets a pair of pajamas from Nia becomes part of Nia's Noodle Network. It's a project born out of love and tragedy.
Everything just stops.
It was really tough. It was a really tough time.
Despite the smile on her face, Nia's AML leukemia diagnosis at 6 years old brought her world to a standstill.
We know her smile, we know her attitude, her sassiness. To watch her for 21 days not be able to talk, move, nothing. It was a very, very scary situation.
After a rush to the hospital, Nia started cancer treatment the very next day, and her family started a journey they weren't sure how to handle.
Her treatment lasted about 6 months. For her type of cancer, it was a 4-round chemotherapy treatment.
Through the treatment came remission and a realization.
Because all the stuff that I was going through, I really didn't need any problems wearing my clothes. I just needed my pajamas.
Pajamas were the first gifts Nia received at the start of her treatment.
Every family member, the night she was diagnosed, brought us pajamas that night. Like, what do you need? Pajamas. She has nothing. So I remembered back to that night. Like, what did we need that night? And it was pajamas.
We kind of just thought, oh, maybe we could bring pajamas to the sick kids in the hospital, because when I was in the hospital, I just loved wearing my warm, comfy pajamas.
Nia's pajamas helped her through her treatment, so now she donates hundreds of sets in all sizes to local hospitals and even some out of state. PJs, a comfortable reminder.
Nia Ricks, how did you first hear about Nia, Jaclyn?
My sister-in-law Jessica Luptig is friends with her mom Lindsay Ricks, and I had seen Jessica do some fundraising for her. I had known of Nia, and I was just looking for someone out there that I felt like I connected with to donate. I didn't want to haphazardly just donate to any fundraiser or federation, so looking for something that I felt passionate about, and I came across Nia.
That's really cool. Good for you.
Thank you.
Well, when you're not doing athletic things, what else do you like to do?
Beach, the pool. Kind of a lazy person outside of my workouts. It kind of is contradictive, but I like to watch movies, dinner with friends and family.
Right now we're on Best Muscle Video on YouTube. Subscribers are kind of spread out, mostly over the United States, some in Europe. But what is it like living in New York?
New York's an incredible city. It has its pros and cons for sure. You're always surrounded by people, and you're having to commute, and things don't work. But the upside is you're surrounded by a lot of different people. You get to see a lot of different things. I love it here. I've lived here for 11 years, and I can't really imagine myself anywhere else right now.
So New Yorkers are nice people?
New Yorkers are nice people. I think that people get the wrong idea about New Yorkers. My theory is because everywhere else in the country, you get in a car and you drive to work, whereas you enjoy your coffee, your music, whereas New Yorkers, they get on the subway first thing, they're surrounded by a lot of people. It's not really the most comfortable. And then they get to work. So I think people think that New Yorkers are mean, but I would say we're very helpful people, very nice people, outgoing.
Yeah, I don't think New Yorkers are mean. But just when I get in a taxi, I don't get to stay in New York very often. When I visit New York, it's just a couple days. But the taxi driver always honks at least once.
New Yorkers are very impatient. We're very quick-moving people.
Yes.
So I think that's where people think that New Yorkers are hasty or rude. But I just think everything moves so quickly, so we're not used to things moving slow, and the second something slows down, we kind of get a little anxious.
Lately, from morning to night, what's a typical day looking like for you now that you're heading into your off season?
So I still do morning cardio just to keep it up. I'm only 3 weeks out, and I like to kind of taper down my cardio and increase my calories slowly. So I'm usually up around 4. I do anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of cardio, go to work around 5 or 6, train probably 5 clients, a couple meals in there, work out. take a break, and then I go back to work probably from about 4 to 8, and then do it all over again.
What do you tell someone, and this may be a selfish question because it's really, I want to hear this answer. What does someone do if they're not athletic at all? So I am not athletic at all. I just started working out 2 weeks ago. It's really hard for me. Any advice?
My biggest advice would get a trainer that helps you, motivate you to get in the gym, keep you on track, even if it's once every other week, if finances are tough, just so you have someone to kind of bounce off of, you have someone to hold you accountable, and find some motivation, whether it's how you feel after you leave the gym, how you feel the next day, are you feeling stronger, are your clothes fitting better? Find something. I always say that you have to find what works for you. What works for me is not going to work for you, it's not going to work for your brother or my sister. So you have to really find what works for you, and once you find that, you're solid.
Jaclyn Baker, aka Superwoman. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you, Chris.